Hey guys, welcome back. I couldn't do that. I tried. I didn't want to do the hyperactive Call of Duty Fortnite player intro. Anyways, welcome back. I know it's been, I don't know, 2 months since my last video. I've been trying to get this project to a good stopping point where I could make a video, and I realized I'm never going to get to that point. So, while I'm talking, I've gone ahead and I started rolling the time-lapse out. I got a lot of time-lapse footage. It's going to take a little while. I didn't want to speed it up too much, but we're going to speed it up enough. If you don't want to watch the time-lapse footage, we can just jump to the end here, and I'll put a timestamp for you to do that, and then I'll kind of give you a rundown of what's going on. There's going to be a lot of holes in the timestamp. There's been a lot of work going on, and I haven't recorded all of it just because it's quicker for me to just go ahead and do it and not time-lapse, and there's been a lot of planning too, but I want to give you guys a rundown. But we're going to do it after the time-lapse, so if you stick around that long, and I hope you do, I will give you a rundown of what's up at the end here so you can see what I'm seeing. Alright, enjoy.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want.
Okay, so now that we're caught up, but we're not really caught up. After watching all that time-lapse footage, I realized how much I didn't actually record. It was a lot, okay? It was a lot. I'll admit it, I didn't record a lot, but you guys didn't miss too much exciting stuff. So, I'm building a castle, right? And initially you guys saw this in the last video and thought, castle, this is the castle. No, this is just going to be the gatehouse, and it's kind of scuffed, and I'm not liking it, and it needs fixed. This is scuffed. I haven't gotten my mojo yet for decorating in this game. I might have to request some assistance for the decorating in the building, because this doesn't look right. The idea was in my head, not there, didn't execute properly. We're gonna play with this, we're gonna mess around, but this is just the gatehouse. And then this is our mega ramp. That's not done yet. Most of this project's not done. And this goes all the way up to the main castle. And along this, there's going to be castle walls. I have it marked out on both sides. If you see anywhere in this castle build, if you see these concrete blocks, they are just a temporary marker, and they will go away eventually. But they're just existing now as reference points and things like that. But what I want to do, there was a point in the time-lapse, and I might change this still, is I want to have these platforms, landings along the sides of the staircase, and then I will continue the castle wall up beyond these platforms right here, all the way up. So I'm going to have to dig that out more, or blast it, probably blast it. But the inspiration for this ramp, I mean the whole thing, the inspiration for this is kind of like Elden Ring or Dark Souls castles, and if you've never played those games, here's a couple screenshots that kind of give you an idea of what I'm thinking. So, yeah, that's kind of what the mojo plan is. We have to work this out. I'm running all the way up this, and we just need... Hold on, we need some wheels. We can, in fact, drive up this. I am in the beta branch, so it is easier. There was a point in the beta branch where the vehicles couldn't drive up at this, and now they can, I think. I haven't actually tried it. Oh, jeez. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. I do have a vehicle up there we could fast travel to, but I'd like to drive up this, and it's going to give a good... Okay. It's not looking good. This is really steep. Okay, you know... I wanted to make it not as steep as it is, but if I were to do that, it would be so much longer than it already is. It's already really long. The time lapse really didn't do justice on how long it took me to dig this out. It didn't at all. It's a long road, especially one that I had to do all this. And I did do some blasting for some of this, but I did manually dig and doze out a lot of this. But this isn't really the showcase part either, so it's kind of meh. We gotta cut these walls down no matter what, somehow, some way. But we're getting up here. I don't have all of the walls done yet. That's where I was trying to get to. But this is going to be the height of the gate and the first two towers. And I'm going to have towers about this big. I still have to smooth it all the way around the whole thing. And then this is about our wall height. And I need to build another tower there, another tower there. And I can show you the map to kind of get an idea. So here's our first tower. Over here. This is the first tower. So there'll be 6 along the front, and then I'll probably do some along the sides here. But I do have the inside of the castle laid out, kind of, roughly. I have some pencil napkin drawings that kind of tell me how I want to do this. And then all the walls have interiors too. They're not just solid. Like, you're going to be able to walk down them. So that's a big thing. Okay, so first tier area. This is probably going to either be like a shopping district and general housing, or just maybe a big market right here. And then over here, I kind of wanted to do like industrial, military, barracks kind of thing. I'm not done digging this out yet. And then maybe do like a catacombs pit, maybe over here, not sure yet. And then that's the edge wall that runs up to the back. And then I'm still working on this staircase. I have to do the left side of it because it's going to tee off. But this ramp will take us up to the second tier of the castle. And there's going to be little walls and stuff all along here. And I have to smooth all this out and finish it and clean up the dirt where it's spilling over onto the rock and smooth out the walls. There's a lot of stuff I got to do. Up here is probably going to be like the little bit... Like, if I put housing down there, that's going to be like the slums, maybe. And then up here is going to be like the wealthier people. Maybe some like pointier, taller buildings in here. And I'm going to fill it in kind of like a tiered city, basically. Or I'm thinking of like the Earth Kingdom and Avatar kind of vibes, you know? Tiered layers and stuff. And then it's such a long drive. Once I get this all smoothed out, we could probably zoom around here in a truck. But I got a lot of bulldozing and a lot of rolling and a lot of wall smacking that needs to be done. And then up here, I want to build a giant cathedral that will probably take up... I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking from like... about where we're standing. From about here back, not like the whole square, like I want to be able to run around it kind of thing, but I want to build a giant cathedral right here. And then the underside of this is hollow. Actually, is the drone in there? No, the drone is up here. I also need to make it thicker. This is hollow. I made this myself. There is no terrain underneath of it. It's going to take too long to get the drone over here. But, can I get a camera shot? Yeah, no. Kind of. You can see underneath. It's hollow. I got to make this floor a little thicker from underneath. But what we'll do, we'll build a cathedral here. It's going to be huge. It's going to be tall. And then maybe instead of over there, we'll put a catacombs under here because I have a big chamber to play with that I wouldn't have to dig out. And then from this point, you're going to go up to the fourth tier, which is going to be the super mega huge final boss-esque castle. And I'm having a couple issues with this, and I kind of... There's some changes that could happen that would help me out. I don't know if they're going to happen, but I'm hoping it's something we might potentially get for creative purposes. The collapsing feature that they added when you're not reinforcing your ceilings, really cool feature it is for when you're digging and stuff. But if you're trying to build with mud, like I am, it causes some issues. So I'm trying to do archways. I want to build this whole thing out of gravel. I don't really want to use the blocks right now unless they add like 10,000 more blocks to build with. But yeah, so as I'm trying to build these arches and like make them smooth and even, and as I'm running around here, there are chunks falling out and then landing here and making a mess, and it ruins the arch, and I have to come back and fix it. And I want to build this whole thing, and if I'm going to be standing in here and it's going to be raining gravel and making holes all the time, I'm not ready to mess with it yet, but yeah, that's the gist. I want to make a big castle here. It's going to be multiple floors. It's going to be a big, intimidating thing, hopefully. I want to expand on this eventually, too. I have a lot more work to do here, though, just in this main segment. But I don't know if you can envision what I'm envisioning, but it's going to be tall, maybe cramped, walking around here. buildings everywhere, kind of medieval-esque. They're at least as good as we can do. Like I said, I'm probably going to bring in some creativity helpers to help me design this and decorate it and fill it in, hopefully. And I still have to dig all this out, too, which is grand. It's a lot of work. And I have to build the walls up all the way around. And I'm running out of gravel. I have about 2.5, not even 2.5. I have about 2 stacks of gravel left. And this takes a lot of gravel. So, yeah, I got some work to do. I'm gonna try and get more time-lapse footage going, for sure. But I'm gonna wrap this video up for now, and then I'm gonna kind of get back to hammering away on this. I have to take some breaks from it every once in a while, just because it's a lot, and it's a lot of thinking, and it's a lot of doing this and just left clicking over and over and over again. And it takes a lot. So, and you have to build it up, and then you have to come over with the dozer and smooth it out, and then if you cut down too far, you have to come back and you have to build it up more. And there's a lot of things. The render distance gets kind of janky when you get far away. Things start to deform, so trying to get the thickness of everything to work is a little tricky too. As you can see, it's starting to de-shape, and if you get far enough away, things start to things start to disappear. So I've got some tweaking. That's just an optimization thing with the game. So I've got some tweaking to do. I gotta figure some things out to make it stay pretty from a distance, but over there, and I know it happens here and all over, but I've got some tweaking and some optimizing to do to make it all work. But the hope is that most of it you won't be able to see when you're packed into the town like this and it's crowded. I want it to feel like a medieval England Harry Potter alleyway thing. So yeah, I got a lot of work to do, and most of it's still digging until I can actually build. Besides the walls, that's the biggest part. I mean, this wall took me half an hour, which doesn't seem like a lot of time, but when all you're doing is left clicking, it's like, ugh. Okay, I'm gonna quit rambling. I'm gonna wrap this one up here. I want to know what you guys think of the project. If you guys have any ideas, like, I'll add on to this. This is just kind of the starting section of it. I wouldn't mind adding more, or adding cityscape in between or off down here. I kind of have an idea for the pit. I'm not sure yet. I'm still thinking about it. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. Let me know what you think of the project. And we might see some other games besides Out of War here coming up. I'm not sure yet, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So, alright, hope you guys are enjoying. Hope you made it through the video. If you're not subscribed, consider doing it. I'm not going to force you to. If you don't want to subscribe, don't do it. And I'll see you guys in the next one, hopefully. Alright, see ya.